I want to start this video this evening by offering my condolences to those that have lost loved ones or have been injured in the bombing in Boston this week. This video is in no way meant to undermine those losses or somehow diminish the value of those losses or the pain and suffering of the people that have either lost a loved one or themselves been injured. I just wanted to put some things in perspective and talk about some things tonight that have to do with the bombing. The main thing I want to talk about is do not let fear take a hold of you. I know it's real easy when things like this happen. I know people are already running around and they're allowing their fear to make them say stupid things. They're allowing their anger to make them say stupid things. Don't let that happen. And especially don't let yourself be changed in any way of the things you do or the way you live your life because of this happening. Because let's look at this rationally. The number of people that were killed or harmed in this aren't even a significant increase in the number of people that are killed or harmed every day. This wasn't like this was an enormous event, a life-changing or life-altering event for people that were not involved in it. I mean, just take car accidents, for example. There's more than 100, up to 115 per day that are killed in automobile accidents in this country, many of those children. So when you look at this statistically, this is not how you're going to die. This is not going to happen to you. It's very unlikely. There's no reason to go around in fear and let your fear get the best of you. And the reason I want to say this is it's not because one of the, the terrorists win if we live in fear. I mean, that is true to an extent. But what I'm talking about is something even more domestic, let's say. And my biggest thing is that fear causes people to do stupid things and it allows politicians to take advantage. Fear is what got us things like assault weapons bans, the Patriot Act, and things like that. That's what fear gets us. Fear gets us torture. Fear gets us everything negative that you can think of. It is like a scapegoat. It is like a get-out-of-jail-free card for people who want to do the wrong things that are in positions of power. And I don't want to give them this. Not only because of the gun laws that are in Congress right now, because this really has no effect on those. I know a lot of people are trying to say, well, they're going to use this as a way to foster their support for their anti-gun legislation. Well, you know, if they did that, it would pretty much expose their bias completely because this has nothing to do with firearms. In fact, it's something that kind of counters their message. So not fearful of that. But we have to remember, there are bills in Congress right now wanting to give them the power to look at anything you do electronically, anything you do on the internet, take away your right to privacy on any time you turn on a computer. Those are the kind of things that I'm afraid they're going to use this event to try to pass. Because if you look at the news right now, they're already talking, they're really playing up anyone with a computer can look up the information on how to do this. Any guy sitting in, and they're using terms like any person sitting in their basement on a computer looking to do harm can look this up on the internet, and no one can even tell they did it. The wording is very specific. The wording is very troubling to me because it's like it's building a case for a reason why the government should be able to monitor everything you do on your computer. And when you add that to the fact that these kind of things are already in Congress, it makes me worry. Now, I know I always tell people, don't be paranoid, don't be conspiracy nuts. I don't want to see this as a conspiracy. I just want to see this as a keep your eyes open, because historically, this is the kind of stuff that leads to bad things. Like I said, assault weapon bans, Patriot Act, things like that we know are bad. So in the end, I just want to say, send your best wishes, prayers, whatever you do to express how you feel to another person. Do that for the people in Boston. This is a terrible thing that's happened to them, especially whenever it takes the life of a child. It's always a horrible, horrible thing. But remember, this is not something that's statistically dangerous to you. You are not living in a dangerous society. You are a very safe person. You live in a very safe society. So don't let fear get the best of you. Remember to send them all the positive emotions in the world, but don't let your negative emotions overtake you, because you are safe. You do live in a safe society. So while I ask that we remember these people in our hearts and send them the best wishes, I also ask that we keep our wits about ourselves. We don't allow things to get out of control, and we keep an eye on things that are happening, because we don't want another Patriot Act. You ain't even my real dad.